Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I want to go and talk about some pretty fun and nifty things over here on what PlayStation 5 scalpers are kind of up to as of right now, how the state of this third-hand market for the PlayStation 5s are kind of going, and kind of just give you guys some rough talk, I guess, of what we're kind of expecting in terms of everything going back to normal. Now, we also probably will see a little bit of an uptick too as well, with Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Christmas coming soon, so there'll probably maybe be a little small resurgence of PlayStation 5 scalpers, and maybe even GPU scalpers too as well. But I'm hoping, and you guys can leave your thoughts and comments down below, that a lot of this really big PlayStation 5 kind of mess in terms of stock and storage and shipping will ideally be done by the end of this new year. After 2 years. Maybe. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But with that, I want to go talk about all the PlayStation 5 things going on the scalping side and kind of if it's still even relevant or not. And as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway with that Twitter link down below. We also do have the Twitter and Twitch down below if you want to follow. You also do have the Target links down below and Amazon links too, which we've been seeing drops for them. So if you want to check those on out, feel free to, and let's dive into the video. So as I'm sure you guys have probably seen throughout the years, we've seen a lot of really big upticks in prices when it came to third-party sellers. Scalpers, botters, and all these people kind of basically buying up as much stock as they can has been a massive plague when it comes to the PlayStation 5 restocks and just normal consumers going and getting some stock. But it does kind of seem like as of right now, with more readily available consoles, more consistent PlayStation Direct drops, and although a lot of these are also bundles too as well, which is around the $570 price tag if you guys include taxes, it's, well, still profitable for a lot of these third-party sellers to go and basically scalp and buy stuff, but thankfully it is going down. So I think one of the probably best websites we've always had a chance to use is StockX, which does kind of go and show all of the stock in general. So as you guys can kind of see, we're seeing some of the most recent sales over here at $629. So as we're looking through all these price points too with this one, we're seeing that although it has been going down, it's not fully done as of yet, which does stink. I just want normal consoles to do as well. It's just not good. So, $629 most recent sale. And as you guys know, the usual PlayStation 5 editions are $500, maybe $520, $530 if you include taxes. So we still have around a $100-ish, depending on your state and region, shipping, and all that type of stuff, premium on the consoles themselves. So at least just based on the pure StockX thing, depending on fees and such, PlayStations are actually still profitable. And there are still people that are botting. There are still people who are going to stores and trying to scalp. We also have a lot of other places too as well, just kind of seeing this in general. So that's one kind of bad thing to know, is that scalpers are still around and they are still making money. But one of the nicer things too, and I'm sure you guys have seen through a lot of these updates, because I haven't done one of these in quite a few weeks, is that we had a huge peak even as of last year. We're seeing $800, and you guys can probably expect something similar, although maybe not as high, obviously. But as we can see this, we are around this November time, which is coming up in the next few weeks. We did have a pretty small uptick, so you can see the upwards wave, and around this Black Friday, right around this pre-Christmas time. This right here was the golden time where people were making a lot of money selling consoles. And it's also where demand was really hardcore because, obviously, Christmas, the holidays, and all of that. And then, thankfully, as soon as it all happened, it fell off a cliff right over here. And I originally thought that the PlayStation restocks were done. It was going to keep on going down. But, of course, as per usual fashion, it keeps on going up and up and up and up and up. But thankfully now with these past few months, especially with a lot more restocks coming on in, it does kind of go to show that we've kind of tapered off into a somewhat consistent $600 range. Now, as I've mentioned many times, whenever I think the consoles drop below that $600 kind of big threshold, I think we're pretty much done. That's what happened with the Xbox Series X, where it was kind of hovering around some of these similar price points, maybe around this range or so right here. It's around the $650 range, give or take, a little bit up and down. But as soon as it broke that $600 range and it just kept on going down and down and down, it literally just never, went and stopped. And just kind of kept going down. And then the stock was consistently in the stores and on the shelves and pretty readily available. And a lot of this was because of third-party scalpers and botters that were wiping out stock. So whenever it stopped becoming profitable for them, they just basically stopped worrying about all doing this type of stuff. So you just kind of go and see, we have had a few of these baby bits, but the lowest price we've seen, this kind of averages, is around that $632 range. So we still have not broken that $600 range yet. We're getting there. We can even see this too as well. Maybe 621 is maybe a better example with that one as well. But the one kind of two big struggles over here is that there is still going to be a somewhat resurgence. I can already tell you guys. I just know how these markets kind of work. It may not be as big as the prior ones, But holiday people are nuts. So you have a lot of those folks out there that are like, hey, we're going to be having folks out here that are going to be like, I haven't tried to get a console for quite a few years. Maybe I could try to finally go get one now. Maybe I got a Christmas bonus at work. And I'm like, well, why not? And then we also have all the moms and grandparents and all those other folks out there who are just trying their best to go get consoles the best they can. So that's one of the things that I've had a chance to note is that we'll probably have a pretty big bump up. We have the God of War Ragnarok, which is probably one of the most anticipated PlayStation 5 games, if not going to be the game of the generation, kind of how the previous God of War kind of was, same with Spider-Man 2. So just keep that in mind as well. Like that's coming out in November, so there's going to be a lot of pre-hype and especially a little bit of post-hype because people are going to be like, bro, this game is sick, and then they're going to want to go buy consoles. But then as well, we also have all the Black Friday deals and Christmas vibes too as well. So I'd almost be expecting a mimic of all of these different types of price points where it's probably going to go and have, like, as of right now, around October itself, right around here, they're probably going to have a little bit of a bump up too throughout the rest of the holidays, and then ideally Sony and Microsoft will keep on flooding the markets and giving out a lot of different stock for all these folks and hooking people up, and then ideally we have the same exact type of like huge downward spiral going on over here, and then we can finally go and be out of this PlayStation 5 stock era, and I'm so excited for that. Now, a lot of folks always ask me, like, what am I going to do with my YouTube channel after that? We've already kind of been doing gaming news and leaks anyway, so I'd probably just keep on doing that and like Twitch news and stuff and all that fun stuff that I just find fun and just want to talk about. And I've also been doing a lot of crypto stuff on my second channel. But, I mean, I also have, like, normal job, too, as well. So, I mean, if anything, I'll probably, thank God, finally focus on that, maybe. But you guys can kind of go and see that it does seem like there is still a little bit of legs here. There is still profitability here. And scalpers are going to keep on scalping. But at the end of the day, it does kind of seem like these numbers are finally toning down and equalizing out. And as I mentioned, too, once all these huge games like God of War get released, and all the people play through it and enjoy it. Same with, the holidays, Black Friday deals, and Christmas deals. I think after that, around July 1st, we'll probably be fully done with all these restocks. I really think it'll almost be hard to keep doing that because there'll also be a lot less restocks because I'm sure Sony and Microsoft is going to try to flood the market the best they possibly can around the holiday season because that's where, fourth quarter, you want to make that fourth quarter sound good, you want to make investors happy, but as well, it's just a very easy time to go and have people spend their Christmas bonuses and yearly bonuses and all that type of stuff. So, scalping is still around. Scalping is still going to happen, but it does still seem like more consistent, and as more stock is readily available, I think the better it is for everyone. But still kind of always crazy thoughts too is that the PlayStation 5 Digitals have still been such a massive premium over their $400 price range. Now, we have seen a few divots over here, like $587, but that's still over $187 over the normal price, because don't forget it's a $400 console. So I think as well, whenever the PlayStation 5 Digital kind of goes and gets a little bit more chill, I think it'll be nice. It's kind of crazy, though, because the price points are still trying to sell it, like, as you guys can maybe see, maybe not just barely out of the webcam, but $627 for the normal digital, while this is the disc edition over here is at $629, which I still don't understand this, but there's definitely going to be scalpers probably even longer on the PlayStation 5 digitals over here. So keep that in mind. That is still crazy. So I'm sure we'll have a lot more scalpers still on the digitals, and that's what always kind of stinks because that is the cheaper price point for a console. So it does make sense that it is like, it should make sense why more people want it, but I just don't think people should be spending all that extra money on it in the first place too as well. So it's kind of crazy to see. And kind of to wind down this video too, we also have still been seeing like things on eBay, etc., finally still slowly going down. Like here's some over here trying to sell the Horizon console for $670. I still think it's too expensive, especially with how active the PlayStation Directs have been being and how long these are sometimes up for multiple days. But at the same time, we are still seeing people selling those, and they have had a decent amount of sales. Normal disc editions too as well for $650, which makes no sense, and we're just seeing all these other various things still trying to sell for $800. I think some of these folks might be a little bit crazy. But it's also still probably still profitable, because look at this. PlayStation 5 digitals over here, $640 on price points, and getting 908 of these sold. So like a $150 profit, that's a pretty good amount of money. And we're also seeing other things too as well with these brand new consoles at $750 with 1,000 sold. Although I'm sure these kind of sales are going down more and more and more as time goes on and more stock is readily available. Because you can still see there is still an active market for it. There is a lot of people trying to sell stuff, and scalpers are still making money, although thankfully they can stop making hopefully money soon in the near future. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Would love to go and hear it. And obviously, guys, don't buy from a scalper. We're seeing stock popping up a lot more, and hopefully we'll see even more throughout Black Friday, etc. And I just want to say, I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the PS5 giveaway link down below. Twitter and Twitch stream as well. We also do have the Target links too and Amazon links, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.